Today's the 11th of November, and it's a really important time to put down your emotional baggage and stress and blockages that no longer serve you. So it's an important gateway of time that allow us to project that intention to the universe. And actually the best time today is the 11 p.m. So this morning I came to face my fear. Like so far, the deepest layer of onion I have peeled. Like as you guys know, over the past 6 years, I've done a lot of personal growth work, and the last 1 year, a lot of spiritual work. And I come to heal myself of my sexual molestation scars and being able to like remove a lot of the blockage on my heart chakra. If for those of you who know what that is. But this morning I come to face my flight or fight mechanism, right? So flight and fight is a mechanism built into human brain. It's like every time we face something that gives us stress, we go into this like mode. Either I'm fighting or I'm running away. And for me, I come to face my earliest memory. And one of the earliest memories was basically me and my dad. We were in a room watching TV, and in the next room was two other family members fighting, and it was fighting so loudly that somebody was getting hurt. And I still remember like me and my dad watching TV, but to me that's ridiculous because he shouldn't be out. Shouldn't he be out to kind of stop that fight or whatever it is, So then what I realized is all these years I have been facing situations that I don't want to face, running away, exactly the way he has, because I've been programmed to deal with fears or to deal with stress that way. And once I saw that, everything made sense because since December last year, I was in my teacher's meditation class. And when he led a meditation, I suddenly started having like this strong tremoring, like around my solar plexus area. So solar plexus, for those who don't know, it's between your heart chakra and your belly button in the middle, right in the middle. So this bit, it's like I would have I'll be shaking, trembling like violently. And every time, mostly when I'm sitting, but sometimes when I'm standing as well, like when I'm meditating or listening to something that I feel really strong emotions, literally like uncontrollably, right? And I didn't know why. And today I finally know, because in the human body, we've got 7 chakras. We've got the crown chakra up here. We've got the brow chakra, the third eye. We got throat, we got heart, we got solar plexus, we got navel, and the root chakra. The root chakra is the groin area, which and every single one of these chakras is responsible for something. So solar plexus, the reason why I've got all these like shaking going on in the solar plexus is because it relates to guilt and self-worth. And when somebody asked me a question this morning, right, they said, so do you remember the very first time you were rewarded? And it took me a long time to think. I was like, I don't think I was rewarded like for anything good I've done. But my mom especially have treated me to really nice food and everything. But I don't specifically remember being rewarded. And in a way, I know all these years, my sense of self-worth has been really low. Like I don't deserve. I'm invisible. And the biggest programming is actually something my dad always says, which is we are not that kind of people. And up until quite recently, it still triggers me. And when he says we're not that kind of people, what he really means is he is not that kind of person. And that kind of person is the people who will make it in life, like these big, sharp business people who are successful, So, and that programming over the years, I don't know if it's like specifically he says it since I was very, very young, but I definitely know that it's a programming I believe. So when I see other people, my reaction is I am observing them. I'm never going to be part of that cool crowd, and that feeling has been with me since I've gone to a really good, a prominent school in my city, right? The best girls' school in the States. I'm always like observing other people going, I'm not part of the cool crowds. Like, I'm so shy, I'm so introverted, all this. And then going to work, then I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be those successful banker who makes shitload of money, because like, you know, when I start, I attracted global financial crisis, right? That was the year I started. But these are self-fulfilling stories, because once I have that programming, the things will come up to confirm my story, right? So that's why this morning I was so emotional, because I was like, holy shit, you know, like finally I know that deepest layer. Because I thought like I'm pretty much like 90% done with all this cleaning, right? But there's always the next layer, always the next layer, and keep peeling until I'm like fully, you know. And I think this next layer of like, I'm not one of those people, is like, is once that's gone, like literally I am unstoppable, and I am unstoppable. And today, like after that healing, literally I was knocked out for like 3 hours. I went to take a nap, 3 hours. I didn't wake up, and I could feel, and then even when I got up, I could feel all this stuff is being cleaned away. And I'm drinking like a ton of water, like 50% more water than I would usually, and I could just feel all that stuff going away. So it's really, really incredible how, like, once we become aware of that one layer, of that one thing that is holding us back, and everything else comes together very, very quickly. This is what we call the quantum shift. So oftentimes in the past, my brain, like human brains, we're trained to think like time is linear, right? Like, so for example, if you want to make $1,000,000, right? It must be so hard. It must be like take so long to do. But yesterday I had a conversation with my coachee of my Miracle Month program. So she came into this program not having done any meditation, like not spiritual at all whatsoever. And basically we were talking about her progress over the last 3 weeks, right? And it's literally been insanely fast. So what happened was, she removed the 35-year programming, which is like been holding her back. Like every time people are selfish in her life, she gets triggered, right? And when she gets triggered, like it's really stifles her freedom. And what she realized is that it's actually got nothing to do with these people, but more like when she was 6 years old, her toy was being taken away by her mom, so that like she feels like nobody was there to rescue her, so she needed to go and rescue everybody in her life, like from then on. And now with that new freedom, literally like she has a choice whether I want to rescue people or not. Like I don't have to go like compulsively like a computer program. I can just have a choice, and that heightened level of awareness. So that's the first takeaway. And the second takeaway for her literally is like my whole brain. So I try to ask her, like, can you put a value on what you have learned over the last like 3 weeks, right? Or throughout this program? She's like, it's priceless, because my whole brain has been rewired. I know now I'm limitless. And why she's so sure of that was last week there was an insane story. So she told me yesterday, I was like, I'm so happy for you. Literally, I'm so happy. So basically, like they went into a meeting, and somehow they got a mandate to potentially broker a deal that is $1 billion. And if that goes through, the fee could go through the roof, and she could retire, literally. And even this new joint venture she's just formed is literally like 2-3 weeks old, you know, like even during the process of Miracle Month. So my point is, everything, once you shift your mind and once you decide and project that intention, you really want it, and feel that feeling of gratitude, then the universe will deliver to you. And of course you got to take action, but once you're on that right track, everything can happen so quickly, right? So even if right now you've got like a huge goal. So for example, yesterday I went to the most expensive area in Australia called Point Piper. So I don't know the average price of houses there, but I think it's around 15 million US dollars to 20 million US dollars. So as I was walking around there, right, looking at all the really nice houses, it got me thinking. Because I wanted to project a new intention to the universe. I wanted to project to the universe that I want to bring joy to millions of people, one soul at a time, but also that I'm worthy of the prizes I want to charge, because I'm very clear of the value I'm delivering to all the people in my group, right? Like somebody's like got a $1 billion mandate. I mean, it's crazy. So basically, as I was looking at these houses, I projected that intention. That intention is, I'm very clear, I am worth it, and I am abundant, and I'm gonna able to transform the world and transform all these people's lives with my work. So I deserve it. That's basically what I projected yesterday. And that moment, I just felt so grateful. And the sun was like shining on my face. I was looking at Sydney Harbour, like really beautiful. And there's all these like sailing boats around, and just that beautiful peace, serenity. And I just felt so grateful, you know. And even though that moment, I don't have everything I want, right? And I don't have that crazy big coaching practice that I want to go and serve all these people with. But the thing is, just because I feel that feeling, the universe will over time deliver me those cues and allow me to feel better and go execute, and it'll happen. It'll happen. I'm very, very clear it will happen. And I'm documenting this, and I don't have fear of like looking bad. Or what if like she doesn't deliver? I don't have fear, because I know we are all born to experience the most we can experience. There is no God or universe out there that want us to be living in poverty, or to be destitute, or to be suffering, or to be a martyr. That's not how it works. The universe wants us to be abundant, to experience the maximum, because then that way universe can experience it through our human experiences. That is why we have to know that we deserve. So what I did today was I actually wrote, I spent maybe half an hour to 45 minutes literally just writing like the things I'm freaking fed up with. You know, I'm angry, I'm pissed off, my potential is being, like, I'm unleashing my potential from now on. I am letting go, I am free, I am power, I am love, I'm compassion, I'm going to transform the world, I am unstoppable, right? All these things, I wrote it all down, and I just burnt it. I just literally just burnt it now here, see, in this pot. And I'm delivering it to the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to go serve people. And that's what I'm going to do. So if there is something in your life where you feel stuck, or there is a negative energy you want to let go, whatever it is, even if you don't know how right now, it's okay. Just write it all down. Write it all down, burn it, and offer it to the universe. And the reason why you have to do that is because our thoughts are usually not clear. It's almost like you're handing in an essay. You're trying to hand in an essay to the universe, but with only like words mumbo jumbo together. Like, so how is the universe supposed to know, right? So that's why we have to write it out very clearly, write out exactly what we don't want, exactly what we want, and then things will happen. So yeah, 11th of November, 2017, this is the time. I feel like today is my rebirth, literally, like yet again, like another layer of onion being peeled off. And I'm so excited, like I am so excited to share with everybody this, because I know all of you deserve what you deserve to live. So go after it. Let's do this together. Let's do this together.